My kids sided with their mom's affair partner and cut me off for years, so when they returned for my money, I gave them a lesson they'll never forget.
8 years ago, I, a 56-year-old male, found out that my wife, Marie, a 52-year-old female, had been cheating on me with one of her friends from college.
The affair had been going on for almost a year when I finally caught them. After I found out, I moved out of my house and immediately filed for a divorce. We had already been having a pretty rough time in our marriage because she didn't think that I was bringing home enough money as a high school baseball coach. Even though I was doing my best, she just constantly kept complaining about everything. We would fight very frequently. In my head, filing for divorce was not a very difficult decision. At the time, our 2 children had moved out already, so I had nothing to stay for either. Unfortunately, that divorce cost me my relationship with my kids as well, because for whatever reason, they decided to side with their mother. Initially, they tried to convince me to go easy on her just because she had been a stay-at-home mom for a really long time. So, they tried to tell me that she must have been bored with the monotony of her life. On top of that, after they had moved out, we had started bickering over every little thing as well. Naturally, she wasn't happy. I was going through a bit of a rough patch financially as well, but I couldn't understand why my kids were trying so hard to get me to forgive Marie, especially considering the fact that I was going through the exact same problems that she was. Yet, I hadn't gone out of my way to cheat on her. In fact, after every fight that we would have, I would try to make it up to her and make her feel special somehow. Obviously, none of that meant anything to her, and I was very upset that my children were trying to get me to give her a second chance. So, I ended up fighting with them over this as well. For a while, they cut me out of their life. After the divorce was finalized, I started feeling really lonely, especially since just 2 months after the divorce, Marie ended up remarrying the guy she had been having an affair with. I was not on speaking terms with my kids at the time, but then I tried to reach out to them and they did forgive me, but that was just something that they said for the sake of it. I don't think they really did forgive me at the time because for the next couple of years, they did not even invite me to any of their milestones. As a matter of fact, I hardly had anything to do with my children up until earlier this year. The only reason they're trying to get along with me right now is because I started my own business with a couple of my friends a few years ago and all of a sudden it started taking off recently. So, I'm doing pretty well for myself and I'm guessing that that's what they're here for. For context, I had been working a really long time as a high school sports coach, but unfortunately I was severely underpaid and overworked. I had a buddy who worked in another school and the two of us were having a hard time with money. While trying to come up with some retirement plans, the two of us decided that we were going to speak to a couple of other people and try to start our own facility. That way, we would still be able to coach kids because that's what we were really good at, and we had a lot of experience doing that as well, but we would be able to turn it into a business, and that would be our retirement plan. So, we got another friend who was interested and had business acumen on board with us. We started this. Honestly, we hadn't expected anything big out of it at the time, but we are proud to say that right now we are doing really well for ourselves and I'm proud of how far we have come. Our facility is pretty popular and we are thinking about branching out soon. I'm guessing that my kids must have heard of it because they reached out to me earlier this year and started trying to get on my good side. Initially, I was really happy that they were trying to involve me more in their lives because I thought that they had finally come to their senses or something. I didn't suspect that they might have ulterior motives, but a couple of days ago, the two of them came to visit me. My oldest, Gavin, and his sister, Hannah, are both married now. Gavin got married 6 years ago, and Hannah got married 4 years back.